Have you ever been in a plane where there is a turbulence and the pilot says, "Oh, there's a turbulence, we're not going to make it." How will you feel? How will you feel in that flight, right? You have
Yeah.
to be the pilot of your own life. You have to believe in yourself. You have to instill good affirmation words in yourself. I can do it. I am brave. I can do it. I'm doing amazing. And one of the things I learned from you.
Welcome back to the Amanda Kaufman Show. I cannot wait to dig in with our next guest who's joining us on the Coaches That Don't Suck series. So, welcome, Priyanka. I am so excited to have you here. Priyanka Pandey is someone that I have met over the Instagram. We got to know each other over the DM, and I was blown away because she is a coach who cares. She specializes in helping parents with raising their children. She has actually coached 40, yes, that's 40 people for free on the way to growing her business. Priyanka, welcome.
Thank you so much, Amanda. I am so excited to be here, and it's my pleasure to be on the Amanda Kaufman Show. And I'm so glad to be here with you. I have been following you for the past few months, and have I seen somebody so driven, so clear with their purpose, and the way you help other coaches grow themselves, that is commendable. So it's my honor and my absolute pleasure to be here with you.
Oh my gosh, that is so nice. And I was really excited. And I'll tell you, listener, that Priyanka was a little nervous about coming up and joining us in the show. And I was like, let's do it. So, this is your super first podcast ever, right?
Yes, that's correct. I'm nervous, but also excited to share.
I
Yes.
love it. I love it. And my selfish reason for wanting you to come on to this podcast is because have an idea and they don't act on it. So the whole
Mm.
theme of Coaches That Don't Suck is really just getting additional perspectives around what makes a coach good, what is it that we focus on as we're growing. And I wanted you to come on here because I think a lot of people discount themselves from doing things because they say, I'm too much of a beginner. And when I found out that you not only wanted to do this, but you had already served 40 people plus with what you do, and you're still working through learning how to do a lot of things. I'm not going to misrepresent where you are, but I just felt like it was so important to invite you to the show so that other people can see what it looks like to accept opportunities and step into it. So, Priyanka, tell us a little bit about what has inspired you to pursue coaching. Why do this? Why not just keep volunteering?
That's an amazing question. So, Amanda, first off, I'm a mom of two kids, 3-year-old and 6 years old,
Ooh,
right?
you're busy.
That's correct. And I have over 14 years of human resource experience.
Mm,
So, when I interview people and I come across people who have different experiences, some have great leadership skills, some don't. So,
right.
what is it that is the factor where there is so much difference? Some are amazing and some are not. Where is the difference?
I
So I
love this.
figured out it starts from the parenting.
All the way back. That's amazing. I was actually chatting with my husband, Chris, this weekend, and I was like, I believe in radical responsibility and taking personal responsibility for things. And there's no denying the impact of where we came from. And
Yeah,
I think that's the kismet, the luck part. And yeah, you can 1,000% grow wherever you want to from where you are. And understanding that there's so many contributions to where you are today is huge. So tell me a
that's
little
correct.
more about this
So
insight about parenting.
absolutely. So when I started talking to parents in general, because I had no thought that I would be an entrepreneur, to be very
You
honest.
told me that.
Life is busy. I have things. I'm like, the last thing I could think about is to be an entrepreneur, right? So what I did is I just started using these principles in my personal life.
Start.
Yes. And then when a friend approaches me and a family member approaches me, how did you do this with your kid? How did this result come? And I would coach them. And when I started helping them, I saw that, okay, there has been a great shift in their parenting and there has been amazing response. So I'm like, okay, why don't I do it on Instagram? So that was just the seed. So I
That's
started doing it.
amazing.
Yes, I started doing on Instagram and it's been 3 months. I've been consistent on that. And from there, when I saw people are realizing that my knowledge is important, I have a market for my knowledge and I'm adding value to people, then I thought, okay, why not start the coaching for the clients where I can actually be an entrepreneur. So that's where the seed came from. So your question when you ask, why not just keep doing it for friends and family? But I
Right.
think I can make a greater impact and reach out to a lot of other people in coaching, the parents in coaching and empowering their kids to become leaders of tomorrow's world. Imagine a world full of leaders and people, kids who have this training from the get go.
That's so awesome. I love the angle. I love the perspective. And I think one of the things that is telling me you're definitely on the right path is that you have been very service first. You're helping people, you're meeting people where they're at, you're working with people that are friends and family, anybody who's really, you did it first. You built your own principles, your own processes, depending on where in the world you are.
Yeah.
You demonstrated it through your own kids, and then you applied the same principles and started to see it work for other people. I think that's huge. I think sometimes when we're building a business, especially starting out, we want to leapfrog past the part where you add value to other people and that value gets recognized. So, Priyanka, where are you headed? What is it that you're really excited to build, let's say a year from now in your business?
I am excited for my audience, the parents, to take a leap in their parenting and teach their kids the leader maker parenting strategies. So, right now, I have a goal to be able to serve at least 100 paying clients, at least to go from there. But my whole goal is to, why am I serving? I ask that question to myself. Why am I serving? What is it that is going to change? What is that impact that I'm going to make? So, the kids do not have decision making capabilities. Sometimes we lack ownership, we lack responsibility, and the accountability factor is missing.
Hmm.
So, what I want is the personal attributes that we want our kids to have when they grow up, when they go for a job world or adding value to marketplace through other means, then they should be prepared from the best teachers. Their best teachers are their parents. If they can prepare them to get to that and bridge that gap that we have seen a
Mm-hmm.
lot in today's world, that is my whole goal. What if a 6-year-old can say, he can stand up for himself and say, oh, I made mistake, I apologize, and this is how I'm going to fix it. Imagine a world full of leaders right from the get go. So that's my goal. And that's where I'm headed to, just teaching the basic principles to the parents on how
Mm-hmm.
to accomplish that goal, if that makes sense.
I love it. And I have a little bit of a journey question for you because when I meet folks that are at this stage, they often diminish or don't celebrate exactly their progress that they've made so far. And the truth is, you're actually pretty far along in this journey. If you're gearing up to having paying clients, you've already helped 40 people, you've got a clear process for how you're doing it. For the listener who's coach curious, thinking about becoming a coach or thinking like, is what I have all that valuable? What would be your top 2 cents to help them stay focused on their journey?
So, for a listener who's a coach and who wants to be focused on their journey, top two things is number one, there is a fear that a person has. So I have had that fear too, fear of judgment from the other family members and fear of I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. So I want everybody to understand I am a normal human being, like an average person, right? Who is a mom, who is a wife, who is a daughter in law. I have a full time work. And if I can do it, just starting from coaching people around me, you can do it too. The fear is real. Don't get me wrong. The fear is real. But we have to trump this fear with faith on yourself,
Mm,
believe on yourself, and just keep going in that journey. And number two is consistency.
that's
What I
huge.
Yes. So what I have realized is first, I didn't think about being an entrepreneur, but then I started, okay, I'll post on Instagram, but I made this commitment to myself. And commitment doesn't mean just saying a sentence out there, commitment means backing it up with actions. So I have been committed on Instagram every single day. When my energy is up high in the morning, I know by 9:30 I have to hit the ground, and by 9:30 I have my energy, so that my energy doesn't suck by anybody else throughout the day or any event that happens.
That's a huge thing. I think a lot of people expect to react their way into being recognized as a coach or into someone discovering them. I know when I was starting, I spent $10,000 on my first certification. I'm the kind of girl that I have to do something a few times before I'm like, that's not the way. Let's try a new way. But all that to say, I had this expectation that once I had figured out my coaching style and I had this certification, I should be able to just publish a website and then I get clients. And it's not like that, is it?
No, absolutely not. You have to get started where you are at right now. And
Yeah,
also, when you're coaching, there's a lot of baggage from the past that comes into picture.
fair
For example,
enough.
for me, when I have been starting my parenting journey, there are a lot of things in my parenting that generationally passed on to me. I had to also heal through that. So, finding a space where you're also growing every day, healing yourself from the past triggers that impacting
So
you.
good. Oh my God, I can't believe that you weren't going to do this or you were thinking about maybe not. Y'all, if you don't have a notebook or a notepad, you should definitely write this down. That even as you're progressing forward and you're pursuing that next goal, I'm literally getting goosebumps because this is so damn good, is that you are healing from past beliefs and you're healing from past traumas. And I would say that's the same thing in business building. I think the number one issue that a lot of the people that I work with have is they have this trauma from when they were working in the old career, or they have all these expectations from the old career, and now you're in a new world doing a new thing with new people, new community, but you're still behaving in like the old way because you're not conscious of how you're carrying that baggage forward.
That's
Yeah,
so
that's so
healing is
good.
very important, and keep growing,
Hmm.
keep learning from the coaches. So as you are growing your coaching business, you
Hmm.
also have to keep on learning and let it come together.
That's so good. Yeah, that's absolutely true. So I think you've been in this world for a long enough and you've got an HR background. To you right now, what do you think are three things that help a coach not suck?
To help coach not suck is number one,
Yeah.
believe in yourself. Believe in
Mm,
yourself.
yes, I love
If
that.
you believe in yourself, the world will believe in you, no matter
Mm,
what. So, what I think is, I'm nervous, but still, I have this smile on right now so that I can tell myself that I'm doing great. I'm nervous. I'm very nervous, but I have this smile on and I'm like, I'm doing great. So, imagine I have a client in front of me, right? So, I
mhm.
can't be I'm nervous and I accept that feelings. Always accept your feelings. But then have this energy on, have the smile on, believing in yourself. If you believe in yourself, the other person will believe in you too. Have you ever been in a plane where there is a turbulence and the pilot says, "Oh, there's a turbulence, we're not going to make it." How will you feel? How will you feel in that flight, right? You have
Yeah.
to be the pilot of your own life. You have to believe in yourself. You have to instill good affirmation words in yourself. I can do it. I am brave. I can do it. I'm doing amazing. And one of the things I learned from you, that would be my second thing, is when coaches suck when they're thinking, probably the new coaches might suck when they think they're just a baby coach.
Oh,
We
yeah. Not a
forget.
baby coach.
So we forget that we've already been helping so many people. We forget that we're not just starting, we have a journey behind us that we're not recognizing. And we can take that journey with us and then imagine the power of your confidence, it just boosts.
Yeah,
So that is
exactly.
the
I love that.
second thing, that don't think that you're a baby coach. Even though you are, you have that experiences with you.
What's your third thing?
Third thing is authenticity. Be who you are.
Mm,
Be the really authentic you. if you are yourself, and I have been there, I've been an imposter and trying to have other person's ideas, beliefs, and say it the other person says, but it has never served me in my, not in my coaching journey, but in my personal journey with building relationships in my work and everywhere else. And what I've understood, if I have high energy and I talk, that's how I talk on screen and camera too. That's how I talk,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody out there is there to connect just with you, with the
I
energy.
I love that. I was so scared early on with being on Instagram or being on Facebook. In fact, I didn't even get onto Instagram for 2.5 years after I started my business. Talk about a tough slog. Say that posting to social media is hard. What's hard is like getting in your car, going to networking events, going to coffee with everyone and their brother. So it's like you got to choose your hard because however you do it, you've got to be meeting people, talking to people, fitting with people, coaching the people. And by the way, you can send me the word guide in, at the Amanda Kaufman on Instagram, and I'll link it below. But meeting people and talking to people and fitting with people is the whole game with coaching. It's about learning to build that relationship in a way that is valuable for both you and the client so that you can meaningfully help and have great impact. So I love that reminder about authenticity because when we can be and I think authenticity really does take intention because to your point, I've been that imposter too, or that imitator too, where I would try something on and I would be like, maybe I'm like this. And then I
Yeah.
would do it and I'd be like, okay, maybe I'll try one more time or two more times just to see whether it's a skill issue with
Yeah.
what I'm trying to do, or is it truly like a congruence issue? And
Yeah.
like, the only thing that I've found really helps with being able to express your authenticity is expressing a lot and then just like taking measurement of did that vibe, was that
Yeah.
great energy or not. I
Yeah.
love it. Well, Priyanka, if people wanted to follow you and get those awesome parenting tips, what's the best way to do that?
So if you absolutely enjoyed the conversation here today, you can DM me on Instagram. I have my handle Priyanka Mama, Muma Mama, and send me the word affirmation, and I will send you the 26 days A to Z affirmations that you can use with your kids.
Oh, I love that. That's a great gift. And we'll make sure that we link that below in the show notes. Priyanka, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me, Amanda.
I love it. And hey, listener, do us a favor, leave us a review. Let us know what you loved about today's episode, and be sure to leave us a 5-star review. It'll help us be discovered by other amazing coaches who are building incredible businesses and are definitely committed to not sucking. And we will see you on a future episode. Bye bye.